Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and today we're gonna do a get ready with me. Lots of things have been going on in life and I just wanted to fill you all in. I have all these awesome videos planned. It's just not happening yet, but I do have a really cool one coming next, so stay tuned. I am gonna use some things I've been trying. One thing is the Supergoop Glow Screen. I have mixed this with my regular SPF, the CeraVe SPF. I'm not gonna talk about all these products while I use them, but I will try and link them down below if you are interested. The more I have found out about Supergoop, the less I am liking them. However, I really like this. And so I know that there are some YouTubers that I love and follow that have dupes for this, so I will look for dupes for this in case you are someone who loves this. And if you wanna know more about why I'm not really a fan of Supergoop as much, let me know. But even as an oily person, I really like a glowy skin, which is silly because we are back at school in person, which I love because I'm loving seeing the kids, but we're back to wearing masks all day. And so, you know, it just creates more oil, and I'm already an oily person. And so I don't know why I'm putting like a shiny moisturizer on my face. Tell me why I'm doing that. Anyway, so I'm not really doing much like below the nose. It's hard for me to not do that because when I see the redness, but I just know there's gonna be a mask covering it. So I've been keeping the blush and bronzer up here when I do wear it at all, and I'm focusing on the eyes today. So let's get into it. So speaking of teaching, even before COVID hit, I was starting to feel a pull to do something different. I'm not sure, for those of you that are teachers, I'm not sure how it is in your state, but they kind of changed the retirement time, number, whatever, 2 years, 2 years before I got into traditional teaching. So if I would have come in a little earlier, or if they would have taken my experience as a full-time color guard director, which they did not, I actually could retire in my mid-50s, which would be worth staying in traditional education for the long haul. However, my timing, it was off by the 2 years, and so now my experience really doesn't play into much, and so I will have to retire at my traditional number. Or traditional age. So basically I could, because of how much experience I have, I could leave teaching for quite a while, come back to teaching or working for the district, and still get my regular retirement with any penalty. So all that to say, I have decided and already purchased realtor real estate license classes. My goal is to use this year to get those classes done, study, get my real estate license. My realtor and I have been chatting quite a bit, and she is willing to be my mentor, which is amazing because I think real estate, half the battle is getting someone to kind of pull you in and bring them under their wing. Yeah. Because it is such a different business than what I'm used to. Also, I would have a broker, and I would also have my summer salary from school to continue to support myself financially. So the goal is to get my license like by spring break, so that I can kind of start, have kind of like a 6 months head start before I am no longer getting my teacher salary. So if you are a realtor, if you have any recommendations or advice, I am definitely terrified. I'm super excited. It's the first thing that I have talked about, thought about doing full-time outside of teaching. Nothing else has really gotten me excited. There are lots of passions that I have, this included. I would love for this to blow up. And I could do this full-time if I really just put my, you know, full heart and soul and time into it, but it doesn't excite me to do weddings full-time. So, I'm still gonna do makeup, I'm still gonna do weddings and photography and do YouTube. I'm still gonna have my little vintage store, but I am going to work on that realtor's license and let that become my main source of income. And then what I'm hoping when it comes to insurance is that eventually I can get onto Freddie's, because that's one of the main concerns I have. Teaching has been one of the most secure jobs I've ever had, or the most secure job. I've made the most money, even though it's not much money. It's the most money I've ever made. It's the most secure I've ever felt. It's the best medical insurance I've ever had. And so it is something scary to leave, but if I can really build up clientele and do really well in real estate, you know, within 3-ish years, hopefully, I will be making equal and way more than I would teaching, which would give me the money I would need to purchase insurance if that's something I wanted, or to feel secure. You know what I'm saying? I just, the security thing is part of me. It's not something I've had in the past, and so it's something that really draws me to a career. Anyway, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. So let me know what you think about that. I am very nervous because it's not a consistent paycheck. And the scheduling will kind of turn my life upside down, but hopefully it will work out. I have lots of good feelings. I've kind of been not even focused on it lately though. So I started to look this morning on starting my classes, because like I said, I've already paid for those. But it has been a little rough around here. I do want to say that I am going to use this Danessa Myricks waterproof cushion color in Electric Sun. I'm going to use this on my inner corner. Yeah, man. I'm going to try not to cry. Well, Micah June passed away. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Her cancer basically just got the best of her. And no one can even see what I'm doing. Let's zoom in a little bit. Not that this is a tutorial, but yeah. So basically I lost my best friend. No offense to Freddie. I mean, he's my like person best friend. But yeah, it's been really rough around here the past couple weeks, and it's been hard for me to want to do anything fun. I have felt very lonely, not very creative, and the one thing that does get me really excited and my juices flowing in the creative realm is decorating and getting my house together. And it's a hard balance because you want to make sure that you're buying the things you really love and that it's perfect for the space, but I also don't want an empty house forever. So it's hard to kind of balance the two things together, like I said, with purchasing things we love and then getting things out of necessity, because a lot of things, you know, are really not necessary. Okay, I just want to keep going on this, and I shouldn't, but I wanted to wear this today because it actually stays. We'll see how it holds up in a mask, but okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm just pulling it away. I'm actually using, it broke, but I'm using one of my tips is a true painter's brush, just from like Hobby Lobby, Art Store, Michael's, whatever. Really good for liquids. So that's all I'm gonna do on the eyeball for color. I'll fill in my brows and do some mascara as well. But yeah, so I have a cat left at the house, and I don't know if she realizes yet that Micah June is gone, because Micah June takes trips to other people's homes sometimes, like when we go on vacation, and so I'm wondering if the kitty just thinks that that's what happened. I've been debating, because I am definitely not ready for a new dog. My heart is not ready for that. Like, logically, I know I shouldn't be doing that. I need a break from the responsibility, number one, but mostly my heart is very sad. But it's hard because I only had one dog, so my routine is totally messed up. Like my walk routine, you know, all the things are messed up. But I'm trying to figure out if the cat is lonely, because she is definitely a very needy kitty. She loves to be around people. She loves to be pet. She likes to cuddle with other animals. And so I'm debating whether I should get another cat, like a little kitten that we could kind of train, which is a pain in the butt. I don't know why I would want to do that, but I just miss, like I'm someone who's always going to have a pet in the house. The responsibility is worth it for me because it brings me so much joy, even as busy as I am, and even like when I do a bajillion things. So Like I said, I'm taking a break from the dogs. I am planning to see some family. Just do a couple weekend trips here and there. And it'll, you know, it's easier with Micah June, unfortunately, you know, being gone, because then I don't have to find someone to watch her, which I have someone too, but it just makes it easier for me to go and do some things. So I want to go and do all those things before I decide if and when I want another dog, and maybe even just a kitten to start, because even kittens, though cats are more low maintenance, they are still trouble as kittens. Kittens, I found, I was looking online at some, which I had to stop because I just started crying. But there was a cat named Cheez-It, a cat named Norman. Norman was a girl, which cracked me up. But there was one called Castaspella. That's the one I really wanted. But she needed medication, and Freddie's like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're taking a break from the medication, which I totally respect, and I totally agree. So, all right, so I have to do some mascara, and I guess I'll just keep doing that. Usually I do that off camera, but okay, so I have been using, I ran out of the Thrive mascara, and Thrive is no longer carried at Ulta, which pisses me off. So I was like, oh, let me try this LA Girl. It's supposed to be a tubing mascara, and it is so not, because I like to use a tubing mascara on my bottom lashes. So until then, I am using Lash Paradise Waterproof on the bottom lashes, and then my regular routine on the top, which is L'Oreal Lash Paradise, regular, and CoverGirl Lash Blast on top. Well, I just got that waterproof mascara all over my eyeballs, so that's cool. No big deal. No big deal. So, last thing I just wanted to mention was I am so pumped for fall. I am so pumped about decorating. Kind of goes along with the house stuff. Like, it's the only thing that's really getting me pumped. And Halloween is my favorite. So, I have been debating, do I decorate for regular fall and then transition into Halloween, or do I just mix them all together to start so that I can have my Halloween decor up longer? Are you guys a fan of Halloween? I have decided to be something a little less dark this year. I like to be something dark usually, or something fantasy related. Not necessarily dark, but fantasy related. Because it's like basically the opposite of what I am, right? Like, I'm not a unicorn, I'm not a butterfly, I'm not a shaman. So I like to play around with things that I'm not. But this year I'm gonna go kind of different, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be a lion. So I'm probably gonna go non-traditional per the usual. I'm really, really excited. So I've got a list of things I'm looking for. But do you guys dress up? I love dressing up. I would go to a costume party every weekend if someone had one. 80s party, 90s party, which, by the way, 90s fashion is back full force. I know it started a couple years ago, but being back on campus full time with these kids wearing what I wore to high school is weirding me out. Weirding me out. Anywho, so I'm looking for some costume pieces and looking for some Halloween decor. Really pumped about that. Just trying to keep my mind focused on anything but my dog not being around. And then doing some traveling. So those are my plans. Gonna try and fit that realtor school classes in as well. So yeah, let me know what you think about all of that stuff. I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be right back. All right guys, so that's all I have for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that Get Ready With Me. I didn't do anything super fancy. I use, like I said, my moisturizer. I use the B.fleye under eye cream. Used some Aquaphor on my lips. Again, wearing a mask. Used my e.l.f. For color powder. It's just a very sheer powder. I used a couple things on my brows. I used the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. I used the Revlon, where are you, Revlon? The Revlon Color Stay Brow Fiber Filler. This is actually really, really nice on my brows. I already told you what I used as mascara, and then I used the Danessa Marix yellow on the inner corner. And then I've been actually trying out for the first time the Laguna bronzer by NARS. So I have a little one my aunt sent me. That's what I have on my cheeks today, and that's it. Sometimes when I go to school, I do not even wear blush or anything because I'm already oily and stuff already falls off of me, but when you add a mask, it's just way, way worse. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.